All right, today I'm going to be talking to you about flying, the mechanics behind it, how you can fly, the different settings that you can get for flying, and at the very end, I'm going to show you how to do speed flying. So, for some of the basics with flying, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to stick your arms out to your sides and then walk off a surface, and you will just start flying. And with basic, you're just going to be flying in one straight line. You can turn, but you're not going to be able to go up and down and stuff like that. You can also jump and put your arms out and fly. So you can do that. Flying is going to use up your stamina. So the more stamina you have, the longer you're going to be able to fly. If you look up here, we have these different air currents. And I'm going to go up to one really quick. Okay, so we're up here looking down at this air current down here. And you can see our stamina is low, so we're going to go ahead and fly into it. And as you can see, I have basic flight on. But as I enter it, my stamina goes up and I fly up. So you can fly pretty much indefinitely just by flying through these things. Now, as I was saying, with basic flight, that is what you're going to start the game with, and there's really not much you can do with it. You're just going to fly. You're not going to be able to go up and down. You're just going to fly straight out, and that's pretty much it until your stamina runs out. The setting that you want to be able to fly and get to different locations and be able to go up and down and stuff like that is sensitive. Sensitive, let's get up here. You do the same thing. You do your T pose and walk off. But when you angle your hand slightly down, you will go lower and speed up like this. And when you go up, your whole body will go up and you will slow down. So what you can do, wait for stamina here. You can actually go down and then up to gain some height. So it adds some dynamic to being able to fly. So let me show it one more time. Watch my hand. Down and up. So you can gain some speed and then work yourself up into the air higher to get to higher locations or things like that. There's another little tip when you start getting off of basic is if you've got a tier floating out here, you can actually rotate your palms to be facing out in front of you and you'll hover. And then you can grab stuff and things like that. But again, that's going to use up stamina. The next setting we're going to talk about is strafe gliding. And it's the same as sensitive, but with one little added mechanic. So let me take off here. When you raise your right hand and lower your left, you strafe to the left. And let me go back up here. And then when you lower your right and raise your upper or your left, you go to the right. So it adds just another little movement mechanic. With strafe, you can do this to go left and right. Now, the last setting, which is heading, this one I don't really like because it turns your camera so you're always facing forward. And if you have problems with motion sickness, this is a setting that is really going to throw you off. So it's the same as the others. Basically same as strafe, except with this added mechanic of turning the camera where you're heading. So see, I'm not turning the camera. It's turning when I move left and right, and yep, that's not for me. That's definitely not for me. So I'm gonna leave it on strafe, but you definitely don't want to leave it on basic. You want to eventually get off of basic and go to either sensitive or strafe, which I had it on sensitive for the longest time, and that was perfectly fine for me. Now, for super flight, you need to be on either sensitive, strafe, or heading. You can't do this on basic. Now, the concept of it is when you have your arms out to the side, you're in flight. If you are breaking that flight, your character is actually taking a step forward. So you want to keep your left analog stick moving forward, so as if you were walking forward while flying, and then constantly break that flight. So I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about here. So we're flying, and then we're breaking that flight. So you can see you started to move a little faster, but let me try this a little easier here. Kind of like this, which I can get moving a little bit faster, but I'm trying to show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, there we go. Let's see how it looks from a third person camera perspective. So you want to jump and it's just something you got to work on. I've been working on it for a little bit, and I'm slowly getting it. So what Superflight can do for you is it can help you get to really high places really quick, and it can help you cover the distance across the map very, very quickly. And you just got to have your hands tilted a little down to get going, to get some momentum. So anything you can do to increase your movement speed, such as this, which is going to increase your speed by 25%, is going to help you with being able to move faster. So see, you can really get moving, but see how I'm just breaking that flight? And again, it takes some practice. I'm still working on it myself, but I just wanted to show you the basic concept of it. Just make sure that you're holding your movement stick forward like I am right now, and then jump, and just keep breaking that flight. I think that's it for the flight video. If you guys have any questions, make sure you leave comments down below, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the videos that I come out with.